Well, greetings and hello there, everyone. It's I, your beloved Star Wars Dad, Nooch Too Good, and a lot of people lately have been asking me the same question: which Lightspeed bundle is the best? And it's a loaded question, boys and girls. It's a loaded question because every roster is going to be different. Every roster is going to have different needs. And we'll talk about how I look at this as we go. I'm going to pull up some random accounts in my my Nooch Too Perfect free-to-play guild, so we can take a look at those. Most of those are early game accounts. We got a couple of like mid gamers in there, but most are early game. And we'll talk about the factors that go into deciding for your roster which bundle has the most value. And I'll tell you, we'll go over which bundle has the most value for my Nooch Too Perfect free-to-play account. You know, I'll look at that as well. But I want to do a little shout out here for Calvin Awesome, though. For you guys who are just looking for a specific breakdown of how much does this bundle give me in terms of game currency, like how many crystals does this break down to, like give me a mathematical formulative value of exactly what this bundle is worth, Calvin Awesome is your guy. Go check out Calvin Awesome. He always publishes videos. Whenever these bundles come out, he does an analysis to find out what makes which Lightspeed bundle is the most valuable in the current setting. So go check out Calvin Awesome. He is your guy to give you that mathematical breakdown. Now, which bundle is the best, the most valuable? Again, every single roster is going to be different. If we look at my roster, and my roster right now, I'm in the middle of, I'm finishing Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon. I've got my Phoenix that I geared up, and they're actually doing what I need them to do right now, except I need to feel a little more gear on the Phoenix to go to Challenge Tier 1 of Secrets and Shadows. I am working on my Bounty Hunters right now to get my ships up and running so that I can get after Executor and actually just start doing better with my ships. They've just really been lackluster so far, so I'm working on them. I got my Imperial Troopers up. I'm farming the Peridia Pals for future assault battles, and that's most of what's going on my roster. In my situation, if I was going to buy one of these bundles, which I'm not because I'm a free-to-play account, but if I was going to buy one of these bundles, I would have to look at what do I look at, and guys, I'm all about, like I said, if you want a mathematical valuation, I'm not going to be your guy here, but I'm all about looking at this and thinking about how is this going to value me as I move my account forward in the game. First, if I look at Ewoks, I don't see this being a tremendous value for me right now. If you're going for Leia Organa, you do have to have Chirpa and Wicket and Nisa at Relic 3. These two guys are relatively easy relics. Nisa's a little bit harder. There is value here, but having Relic 7 Ewoks across the board, unless you're willing to be like Gerbil and go all in as far as mods and everything else that you're putting on them and really invest in your Ewoks, not going to really be a lot of value to having a bunch of Relic 7 Ewoks and put Zetas and everything else on too, which I'm never going to invest a Zeta in an Ewok. Now, this one's interesting to me. Shadows of the Empire Lightspeed bundle. I get a full Phoenix team outside of Captain Rex, and they're all Relic 5. I get Wedge and Biggs, who are both required for... Wedge's X-Wing is required for Jedi Knight Luke. Wedge and Biggs are required for Jedi Master Luke. Leia, Farm Boy Luke, and Old Ben are required for CLS, but you don't need them at those relic levels to get them, but still they're required. Lando's required for like all that entire Jedi Knight Luke, Leia Organa, Jedi Master Luke. He's required for all that stuff. There's a lot of value in this bundle, especially getting those Relic Phoenix. They're going to last you a long time in the game. Plus, you get these 4 ships, Phantom, Ghost, Biggs, and Wedge. That's a lot of just straight up value, along with just stuff that you're going to use for a long time in the game. The one thing that's lacking on here is a lot of Chirotech value, right? And in fact, everything you need for CLS is here except for R2. There's an R2 bundle out, but there's not a lot of Chirotech. These are all like old classic characters that have been out from basically the beginning of the game, and they all only need 100 Chirotech. So more characters, more ships, less gear and Chirotech value. The R2 bundle is only 6 characters. They are Imperial Troopers. Gideon and Dark Trooper need 400 Chirotechs. Scout Trooper needed for Leia Organa needs 400 Chirotechs, and these 3 guys only need 100. There's a lot of value here. You don't need this kind of value to get R2 unlocked. You can, I can unlock R2. In fact, I think I did get R2 unlocked at 7 stars with just my low-level Veers Imperial Troopers. So This would be pretty cool to have, but it wouldn't really apply to my roster very well right now. It does apply to Leia Organa, but I'm already accomplishing what I need to in my assault battles on Forest Moon and Rebel Roundup, so I don't really need all these Imperial Troopers at Relic. It looks cool, but that wouldn't make any... This one makes no sense for my roster. And then the Leia Organa bundle. Now, this one's got some really cool stuff in it. You got Captain Rex. That's a big Kyrotech character. I'm going to go to the other end of the spectrum to Chupio. Chupio is a great Rebel lifter. He can lift both those guys, Captain Rex or Chupio, can lift up your Leia Organa, or they can lift up your Phoenix and your CLS team. Drogon is obviously specifically for Galactic Legend Leia, and the others there, Akbar, Lando, and Lobot, whatever. So this one has a lot of Kyrotech value and a lot of value in a roster. If I was going to look at a bundle for my account, and then there's Malgus, of course, and there's Ben Solo. I wouldn't be doing that on my account right now. They don't make a lot of sense. And if I wanted Malgus, I can get him down the road when I'm getting closer to Leviathan or something. I'm nowhere close to that. The two bundles I'd be looking at on my roster with the situation I'm in would be Shadows of the Empire Lightspeed Bundle 2, Shadows of the Empire here, to round out my Phoenix except for Captain Rex and get me some extra ships, or the Leia Organa bundle. Honestly, if I picked one, I might roll with this one, but I wouldn't. It's almost a coin flip. It's like 55-45, Leia's bundle or the Shadows of the Empire. Now, I'll also say along with that, it doesn't really, none of these bundles really fit into my roster right now. It's with my goals of getting, let's go and level up to Dengar here. Thank you. With my goals of getting Executor and building up my Bounty Hunter fleet, I'm not really going after CLS yet. That's down the road for me. So not a lot of stuff in those bundles makes a lot of sense for me. If there was I mean, the Phoenix do, but that's two different bundles, right, to put those guys together. You know, if I had a full Relic Phoenix team alongside if I can get Captain Rex to Gear 12, that's a pretty big deal. So maybe I would do the Shadows of the Empire, get my Phoenix up to Relic, and then take Captain Rex to Gear 12, and bada bing, bada boom. Lots of really good stuff would be happening there with that team. Let's pull a couple of counts, just straight up from my guild. I haven't looked at these. And let's see what I think the people in there could use. So we'll pull up Dad Gaming there. I like that name. And we've got Geo's up front there. We've got your Executor. Okay, we don't have, this was a Hyperdrive bundle account, it looks like. We got a bunch of 5 stars there. We bought an Inquisitor bundle. This one's pretty similar to mine, that low-level Captain Rex. So I'm going to say this one's in the same boat as mine right now. There's not a lot of difference between this account and my account as far as the bundles that are out right now with the Rebels for Leia Organa. So it's probably a similar setup for this account. And really, Darth Malgus doesn't make much sense either. Let's find somebody here. Ninja Mosquito, what do you got? There we go. Here's an account that's a little farther along. We got a Malevolence fleet. Okay, the fleets don't really matter much with these bundles here. Okay, Hondo Onaka, we got Grievous, we got Inquisitors. This person bought the Shadows of the Empire bundle. This person bought the Shadows of the Empire bundle and did what I said that could be done. Yeah, you could use a Captain Rex Zeta right here. You could use this Zeta on Captain Rex and be making really good. For God's sake. Captain Rex is too good to leave like this, especially now that you've got all these Phoenix on here. It's time, and you got the Omicron on her. Get some mods on your Phoenix for the love of God. So I think this is a great choice by this person. Get your Phoenix up and running. Now you can unlock CLS pretty easily, and now you got to work on Captain Rex. You got to get this. You got to get Captain Rex built up right now. So. Boys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, I know those two accounts, and like I said, I'm just going through and pulling random accounts. Hello there, how are you looking these days? Hello there's got a 4 million account. Not a lot of people, this is kind of common right now, not a lot of people are farming Leia Organa or CLS right off the bat anymore. That's like an old school kind of thing. Everybody's going for Lord Vader, although CLS is here. Let's look at this. CLS... There's Captain Rex Gear 12 at 5 stars. Chupio's at 2 stars. There's no Han and Chewbacca yet. This is an account with all the Phoenix already at Gear 12. I might be more inclined. I already got 3PO 7 stars. I might be more inclined for the Leia bundle on this account to get Chupio and to max out Rex. You take a maxed out Rex in with Gear 12 Phoenix, they've got the Zetas on there. that could do some really nice stuff. So this is an account where the Leia bundle, get yourself a Relic 7 Rex. He's already got his Zeta and his Omicron, and you put that Relic 7 Rex along with some Gear 12 Phoenix. Then you get Chewpio in there with CLS, and you go where you already got 3PO. Got to go get Han and Chewie. There's Han down here. That Leia bundle makes more sense on this account. So you got to look at your account. You got to look at what's going on with your account, where you are in the game, and that is how you will be informed as to what the best bundle is. There's no hands-down answer. There is a hands-down answer for which bundle has the most value in game. And again, go check out Calvin Awesome. Calvin Awesome will have that answer for you. But as far as what is the best bundle for you to buy, it depends on your roster. And that's it. I just want to get that out there. And by the way, this is always going to apply. People have been asking me to rank the Lightspeed bundles. It gets harder every day because they keep reworking these bundles. Something new just dropped there? What just happened? They just changed my store over at it was my payout time, or my reset time, and my store just flipped over right in front of my eyes. Guys, it's really tough to rank these bundles right now because they keep changing the bundles. The bundles just keep evolving, and every bundle, every single bundle, Lightspeed bundles are valuable. All of them. All of them are worth more than face value in game currency, including Malik and Ben Solo. I mean, this is Ben Solo. If you play this game free to play and you start now, it's going to take you 3 years to unlock Ben Solo, maybe 3.5 or 4 years, depending on how you play the game. You don't think that's worth $40? That's worth $40. Every single one of these bundles has a tremendous amount of value. That's not even mentioning his gear, Kyrotex, and everything else. These all have, they're all valuable. They're all valuable. Look at your roster, figure out what's going on, jump on a roster review stream and get a roster review from yours truly, and then you can make the determination for what is the best Lightspeed bundle for your roster. And that is the best Lightspeed bundle. And we had a quote today from Noah Relly, best Lightspeed bundle. The most valuable Lightspeed bundle is the one you don't have. I think that's a really good way to put it. And with that, we will wrap it up today. Let me know which bundle you're buying, or bundles. Which bundles are you buying this time around? I'll be looking forward to hearing from you guys. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. And always remember, Nooch too good.